Imagine waking up to the ground shaking beneath you. That's the reality for the people of Taiwan, where a staggering 20,000 earthquakes are recorded each year. This seismic nation is no stranger to the rumble of the earth, but the recent quake was different. This was no ordinary tremor. On a Wednesday morning during the rush hour, Taiwan experienced its most powerful earthquake in almost 25 years. A quake with a magnitude of 7.4 struck near the eastern city of Hualien. This seismic event, the strongest since the infamous 1999 earthquake, caused buildings to collapse and triggered tsunami warnings in Japan and the Philippines. The earthquake's impact was felt strongly in Taipei, approximately 100 miles away, with aftershocks lasting for about 2 hours. Reports from China indicated that individuals as far as Shanghai, approximately 500 miles to the north, could feel the tremors. Hualien, home to around 300,000 residents, bore the brunt of the quake. The city was forced into a standstill, with work and school suspended, and power outages affecting 87,000 residents in the epicenter area. The leading manufacturer of advanced microchips, TSMC, evacuated production lines following the quake. The aftermath was daunting. Authorities reported at least 7 deaths and over 700 people missing. Television footage revealed widespread destruction, with buildings leaning precariously and infrastructure damage evident. The ground beneath Taiwan keeps shifting, but why does this happen? Let's delve into the science behind these terrifying tremors. Earthquakes are not random events. They are the result of immense energy released from the Earth's crust. Now let's delve a bit deeper into the science behind these powerful shakes. You see, the Earth's outer shell is divided into several large and small pieces known as tectonic plates. These plates are in constant motion, albeit at a snail's pace, moving just a few inches each year. However, it's at the boundaries of these plates where things start to get a little shaky. There are 3 types of plate boundaries: convergent, where plates come together; divergent, where plates move apart; and transform, where plates slide past each other. Each type of boundary can generate earthquakes, but the most powerful ones occur at convergent boundaries, where one plate is forced under another in a process called subduction. Now let's bring this down to Taiwan's level. Taiwan sits on the western edge of the Pacific Ring of Fire, a major area in the basin of the Pacific Ocean where many earthquakes and volcanic eruptions occur. This is due to the collision between the Philippine Sea Plate and the Eurasian Plate. The Philippine Sea Plate to the east of Taiwan is moving westward and colliding with the Eurasian Plate. This creates a subduction zone, where the Philippine Sea Plate is forced under the Eurasian Plate, resulting in frequent and often powerful seismic activities. The energy that's built up over time as these two plates grind against each other is eventually released in the form of an earthquake. The longer the time between these releases, the more energy builds up, and the stronger the resulting earthquake can be. This is what makes Taiwan prone to frequent and often powerful earthquakes. So science gives us a clear understanding of why earthquakes happen, and why places like Taiwan are particularly susceptible to them. However, knowing why they happen doesn't make them any less devastating when they do strike. The science is clear. Taiwan's location makes it a hotspot for seismic activity. But what does this mean for the people living there? When the earth shakes in Taiwan, the effects are felt far and wide. As the recent earthquake proved, the repercussions ripple through the heart of the nation, disrupting daily life, damaging infrastructure, and shaking the very pillars of the economy. Transportation services across the island came to a screeching halt. The quake led to the suspension of train and subway services in Taipei, leaving many stranded and unable to reach their destinations. Imagine the chaos, the confusion, the immediate need to reorganize and adapt. And the damage didn't stop there. The earthquake also wreaked havoc on the infrastructural backbone of Taiwan. Roads were blocked by rockslides, buildings were left leaning precariously, and homes were thrown off balance. Hualien, home to around 300,000 residents, bore the brunt of the quake, causing widespread power outages that affected 87,000 people, and led to the closure of 8 power plants for safety reasons. But the tremors didn't just disrupt the daily life of the residents, they also had a profound impact on the industries that keep Taiwan's economy humming. The semiconductor industry in particular felt the tremors in a big way. TSMC, the leading manufacturer of advanced microchips, had to evacuate its production lines following the quake. This is a major concern, as any disruption in the semiconductor industry can have far-reaching effects on global technology supply chains. The economic implications of this are yet to be fully determined, but we can be certain that the effects will be profound. After all, when earthquakes strike, they disrupt more than just the ground beneath our feet. They shake up supply chains, halt production, and force us to reassess our preparedness. Earthquakes don't just shake the ground, they shake up people's lives. So how can we prepare for these inevitable events? Knowing an earthquake will occur is one thing. Preparing for it is another. This isn't just a sobering reality, it's a call to action. Earthquakes like the one Taiwan experienced recently are inevitable. But the extent of their damage, that can be mitigated. That's where earthquake preparedness comes in. Taiwan, situated on the Pacific Ring of Fire, is no stranger to seismic activity. The island nation understands the importance of readiness, and it has taken substantial measures to safeguard its residents against the devastating effects of earthquakes. One of the primary elements of Taiwan's earthquake preparedness strategy revolves around stringent building codes. These codes are designed to ensure that structures can withstand the violent shaking that accompanies major seismic events. They encompass everything from residential homes to towering skyscrapers, and they're continually updated to incorporate the latest advancements in engineering and design. But it's not just about creating sturdy buildings. Taiwan also utilizes early warning systems. These systems, which rely on a network of seismometers spread across the country, can detect an earthquake's initial, less destructive waves and provide a few precious seconds of warning before the more damaging waves hit. This advance notice can give people time to take cover or evacuate, potentially saving lives. Public education is another crucial component of Taiwan's earthquake readiness efforts. The government regularly conducts drills and campaigns to ensure that citizens know what to do when an earthquake strikes. These initiatives teach people how to react during the shaking and how to stay safe in its aftermath. Taiwan's robust earthquake preparedness measures are a testament to the country's commitment to protecting its people and infrastructure. It's a stark reminder that while we cannot prevent earthquakes, we can prepare for them. We can build stronger buildings, develop better warning systems, and educate ourselves about the proper response. Preparation can be the difference between life and death, but what happens when the shaking stops? The answer to that lies in our ability to respond, recover, and rebuild. But that's a story for another time. In the wake of an earthquake, the response is critical. When the earth shakes in Taiwan, the nation's response is swift and comprehensive. The recent quake, the strongest in 25 years, tested Taiwan's resilience, but the nation stood steadfast, ready to face the aftermath head-on. The role of rescue teams in such situations cannot be overstated. Immediately after the quake, they were on the ground, working tirelessly to locate and save individuals trapped in collapsed buildings and tunnels. These brave men and women risked their lives, venturing into precarious situations to bring hope amidst the despair. Their courage and dedication are the threads that knit the fabric of recovery. Medical personnel also play a pivotal role in the aftermath. With close to 900 people injured, hospitals and clinics were inundated. Doctors, nurses, and other medical staff worked round the clock, attending to the injured, saving lives, and providing much-needed care. Their commitment to healing is a beacon of light in the darkest hours following a disaster. But the response to an earthquake is not just about rescue and medical teams, it's about the collective strength of the people. The general public, too, plays a significant part in the recovery process. From those who open their homes to the displaced, to volunteers who assist in relief efforts, to the everyday acts of kindness that uplift spirits, every action makes a difference. This recent quake was a harsh reminder of the power of nature, but it also highlighted the power of humanity, of unity, and of resilience. Taiwan's response was a testament to its preparedness and its unwavering spirit. Earthquakes may be a part of life in Taiwan, but with preparation and response, their impact can be mitigated. Remember, the ground beneath us may shake, but our resolve must never waver.